So a friend called, told me how depressed she was, and it made me very sad. Um, she's so bubbly and lively. We have such a good time together when we are together. Um, but she's gone back home, and there's not necessarily the level of family support, and she's really taking it rough. Anyway, it reminded me how many other people are dealing with depression and don't quite understand it. So first of all, it isn't a condition. It is the body's way of resting. It is the body's way of handling emotional trauma. So it goes into like a rest period. It's just doesn't want to function. It can just do the bare basics, and it can't handle anymore right now. And the problem often, what keeps us there, is also our judgment of ourselves. Because we're no longer the self we used to be. We're not energetic. We're not lively. We do not handle tasks well. We can't get anything done. We can see it. We can see it needs doing, but we have no joy for it. And it often comes down to stop judging you for it, one. Two, are you in the present? A lot of times your depression is really you thinking about your past or your future. Neither of which you are in control of. Unlike your present, that you have all the control you need. And so as a result, you need to be super kind and compassionate to you during this time. You need to be super understanding. You need to not have expectations of old you, of the you that runs around in the facade of being happy and being in control. You have to let that one go. You have to detach from that image of yourself, because what you are doing, even although it seems downright painful, is healing. And so your body needs you to just sit still. It doesn't even need you to think. It doesn't need all those things called thoughts. And I know people always get vexed with me when I say stop thinking. So if you lull a very numbing song, you don't think. If you sing a song over and over again, you just can't think because you're only doing the song. So shut down for a little bit. Sing a refrain from any song you like over and over again. Put your fingers in your ears and just listen to the sound of your breath. Do some breathing exercises. No, I'm not telling you that any one in particular helps. I'm telling you, try all that it takes. And some days, even after all of that, right, I still have those low feelings. Oh, the reason I can tell you about this is because I sometimes get it. The difference is now that I know what it is, there's not a battle with me. So it doesn't last long. I allow it to come, and I also allow it the right to express itself. So I sit with it. I don't try to do anything to get it to move forward or backward. I just let it sit. It just wants some attention. It just wants to breathe. So when you judge it, you make it stay along, you make it feel like it fighting for a chance to be there. But when you don't judge it and you just sit with it, no judgment. Thank it for coming. Thank it for recognizing you needed the break. And then let it go. So then you can really feel like some healing is happening. Now, I know it's hard, and I know it's hard to do it by yourself. But all of us can't pay for therapy. So the reason that I leave these videos is just so that those of us who can't pay for therapy still gets the help they need. So in the meantime, I'm going to beg you, even when you hear your friends going through depression, be sensitive to them. Give them space, but also give them permission to feel the way they feel. Don't try to rush them through it. Don't try to, oh, you should feel better. No, you should feel exactly how you feel. But you should accept it as opposed to have an opinion on it. Just let it be. It deserves its breath. So I know your thoughts are drowning you. But whatever you can do to stop them is a good idea. And it helps calm you tremendously when you stop thinking. If you could just stop thinking for a few minutes. And I know I'm going to hear, oh, I can't stop thinking. Stop telling yourself stuff like that. You're human. Your capacity for anything is amazing. So now that you know there are people who do it, I do it all the time. When I catch myself in a necessary thought, I stop thinking. So practice it. Practice having absolutely no thought. Have nothing in your mind. Blink a lot helps because it's hard to focus on anything, so it's hard to think about anything. Breathing, like I told you, helps. There's a whole set of stuff that would help. But rather than believing you have a sickness or this is a condition you're always going to have, it's not. It's only a condition you're going to have if you never give it space to do what it needs to do. Everything that happens to you is for your betterment. Your body is always trying to make you a better version of you or to have the best of you. So when it aches and pains are just warnings of, hey, you need to give me a little attention here, you need to give me a little ease here, the body is just trying to talk to you. And emotions are no different. Depression is just that, your body trying to help you out. Let it help you. Let it. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself relax. Let yourself accept where you are at without a need to criticize it, without a need to complain about it, to just sit in it. I'm not saying not to do your rituals. Still do your rituals, so still get up and bathe. That helps. Still get up and go outside and walk amongst nature. Oh my goodness, nature is so good for it. I know this might sound hilarious, but hugging a tree, going to the sea, and some of us don't have sea like over here, but so, sorry. But hug a tree. And if it's cold, no, it can't be cold, no, so great. So you have no reason not to be hugging a tree. Hug a tree. Hold a plant. Pet an animal. There are all kinds of things. Because another thing that causes a great amount of depression is lack of contact. You need to hug somebody. You need a good long hug with connection, a 30 seconds, so that you can dissipate some of that intensity. That helps tremendously. And we don't hug enough. I know I've done a video on that, but we don't hug enough. So hug. Hug a friend. Hug anybody you could get to hug. Right? But feel better at the end of it. Find ways. It's important, and it's not something that's going to stay. Just let it breathe. When you're done, try whatever method works. Try all of them if it needs to. Write down what does work, by the way, so you know next time exactly what to do, or at least some of what to do, because it might not work the next time, but it might dissipate some of it. So let's go over it again. We're going to watch our thoughts. We're going to stay in our now. Can I hear it, smell it, see it, touch it, taste it? Those are the things we know we're in our now. If you can't, stop that thought right away. Stop thinking. Sing something monotonous and repetitive, but that's uplifting. I know for me, when I was going through mine, I just can't give up now. I would just sing that over and over and over, and that helped me tremendously, because on top of the fact it was very spiritual and uplifting, it was a reminder of how this is a bird in my sky. I am the whole sky. So you got breathing, you got hugging trees, walking in nature, just sitting with it, stop thinking. You've got a ton of solutions. Try any one of them. And when you're done, let me know what worked for you. Because the aim at the end of this is so that all of us are in a better place than we were. So I'm wishing all of you over there who are going through a depressed condition, not that you are a depressed individual, going through this right now, some ease. I really do. Have an absolutely wonderful night. Oh, by the way, just let me show you the moon. This makes me happy. Okay, good.